But again, that's true, right? Well, it's not like a nursing unit where you've got them, right? You gotta be around. So, but because of that, the patient satisfaction issues and the way you handle patients are sort of the same. These are the same kind of issues because you're just dealing with them for a short window. Now, failing that, if you can't do that, and we put sort of the onesies and twosies that are sort of disconnected, then one of the challenges for them is to say, how can we find a common ground where we can connect? And you can always find common ground in things like, are we communicating effectively with our patients? Are we communicating effectively with each other? Are we communicating effectively with other departments? There's all those places that we can find maybe more general principles that we can work on that will have a positive effect.
And barring that, maybe put one of those smaller departments into a larger department?
Yeah.
Would that be a bad?
No, that's not a bad thing either.
Okay.
That works as well.
Okay.
Sometimes it's very interesting, to throw lab into the mix with the nursing department. You sort of get what's going on in each department, some of the issues and challenges that we're having.
Okay.
And sometimes it's interesting because when you do a mix like that, you can come up with sort of mutual problems that you can solve. So get creative. Get creative with your hobbies. There's no right way to do this. There's no wrong way to do this. There's your way to do this.
Okay.
So you can get creative. So let's go to the timetable for a bit. I thought I got ahead of myself. Anyway, let's go to the timetable and that map. Let me walk you through this. I'm going to put that slide back up. I got confused. What can I say? There we go. Let's talk a little bit about the roadmap and what service excellence looks like. So we're on this map here. The green rectangles is something that we're involved in. So either I'm here or it's an audit or something like that. The triangles are sort of one-shot events in the year, and the diamonds are ongoing things that happen. So just to let you know. So preparing the journey, Pat and I were here in January for Process Leadership College, and we got that done. And part of what we asked the group, the executive group, was to put some accountability agreements together, to set some goals. So how did that go?
It was interesting, I thought,
Okay.
to put those together and see what we all had common goals. And
All right. Have we shared those goals with the organization yet?
not really.
Okay, that's fine. Probably not on my next visit, but because we did it just with the SEAs, one of the visit after that, we'll get more into goals and all the rest of that. So the second thing, number 2, getting the leadership on board. That's this thing, so March the 7th and tomorrow morning. So what's happening here, we're doing the leadership briefing this morning. I'm going to do the Service Excellence Council orientation over lunch. I get to meet your Service Excellence advisors late this afternoon. And tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, I get your positions. So we'll get everybody briefed and everybody going. As part of this, regular council meeting, regular Service Excellence Council meetings will be starting very shortly because they too will be getting homework from me. Aren't you happy? We're also going to ask you to launch service excellence in your departments. And don't be apprehensive. We've got all kinds of speaking notes. We'll walk you through that whole process. We never ask you to do something and not give you the tools that you need to do it. And walk you through the tools to make sure you understand. We're going to ask the SEAs to meet with the CEO once a month. And that synergy meeting is really, really important. And again, we're going to start weekly service calls. So lots of things are going to be starting up in the next few weeks. Then we come to number 3, the Frontline Leader Training. You can see it's on Wednesday, April the 13th, and Thursday, April the 14th. It's a 2-day course. You don't have to come. However, we need you there on the 14th. On the 14th, late in the day. Now, we've got graduation from 5 to 6:30. We haven't really talked about that with the Service Excellence Council, but we really, really need you at the SEA grad to show your support for the SEAs. And we'll work out the details and let you know. We'll put it in your calendar. It'll be late in the day on that Thursday. We really need you there. One of the saddest things I ever went to was an SCA grad, and it was a multi-campus, multi-city thing, and we brought all the SCAs in, and it was no managers could come to the SCA grad. They had big celebrations when they went back, but they worked their butts off for 2 days, I'm gonna be bluntly honest. And they really need your help and support of their grad, because they're gonna do some really fun and cool stuff. That's all you're gonna hear from them, so you have to come. The organizational materials meeting is a meeting that I'm not here for, but basically it's between the SCAs and Sandy, and it's just to get all the last minute stuff ready for the workshops. We're not here with the Department of Surveys today. Number 4, I'm back on June the 28th and 29th for combined frontline and leadership training. The first day on the Tuesday, we're going to be doing the Service Empowerment Leadership course. So you will all be attending that. And then the next day in the morning, we're going to be doing Winning with Difficult People. And it is a program that you will be attending with the Service Excellence Advisor, so we'll have a lot of people in the room. And we're going to show you how to deal with difficult and negative people. And then that afternoon, we're going to let you guys all go back to work. The SCAs are going to stay here, and we're going to do the pilot. And they are going to do the workshop for me and for themselves. So it's sort of an opportunity for do the workshop in a larger crowd to get ready, because the July and August is the rollout for the workshops. Now, we haven't done a schedule for that yet. It's all coming, but don't worry, it will come. This all does come together. But sometime in July and August, you will all be asked to attend a workshop for service excellence. And so, as that's that service center, then finally, number 5, I'm back again in September on the 7th for the Do It Facilitators course. Again, it is a joint course between yourselves and the Service Excellence Advisors. We will teach you how to do daily ongoing implementation tactics. How can we turn what we've learned in the workshops, how can we turn that and use it to eliminate patient and customer dissatisfiers? And of course, we'll also have a little party. Hooray, hooray. And then we start to implement this Do It process monthly, somewhere in there as well, to brief the board on how we're doing. The last sort of piece in the annual puzzle, so to speak, or the journey, is on the 14th of December, is the accountability audit by teleconference. You will all be invited to participate in that conference. You will not be asked to participate for an entire day, but you'll all have appointments to come together with our auditor, where you discuss service excellence, how it's going, and you rate everything and everybody, including me. And then we start all over again on March of next year with the Service Summit, which is really a celebration of excellence in the first year, and then we launch year 2. And of course, somewhere in there is our annual conference. So that's sort of how the journey goes. Don't worry about all of these things, because I know there's a lot of bits and pieces that we have to put into place. We will give you what you need to know and the tools you need to implement that when you need to do it. We don't want to overburden you with a lot of stuff that may fall by the wayside, and there's no purpose in that. All right. I'm looking at my clock. I look at this. I freaked out at 20 after 10. I'm on Central Time. I know I'm about 3 miles north of where I should be, I guess. But 20 after 9, maybe it's a good time for a break. So let's take a quick 15 minutes and let's come back about 9:35-ish to continue on our journey. So enjoy your break.
Kevin had a meeting in the Korean paper with a while ago, and we went to horse races.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, it was we had horse races. But it was
You
fun.
lost your retirement.
Yeah, lost her retirement, yeah. It was fun.
Well, anyway, that's our approval.
So they're really comfy. And every function. Yeah. These are Skechers. Yeah, they're,
Oh, yeah.
from Skechers.
Yeah.
No,
I'm going to refer to. We're gonna go shopping.
So I forgot to talk to you about was the letter. I need a letter. I'll email it to you. Basically, all you need to do is print it on your official Huskies stationery, sign it, mail it back, and it's a letter, so I can look this up. They think I'm at somewhere else.
Hi, I got your voicemail.
Otherwise, I have
So I just need to.
$5, $6 work visas. You have to have a valid work visa for every client.
Really?
Yeah, always been the law. But at one time,
Are we out of 12?
you get a visa, and you get a new client, you go in, they give you a visa, and they tell you, well, no, that's what I need now. You had to say, well, no, you had this one, so okay, fine. So that one, so that's, so for 10 years, that's what ever happened. And then one time I'm crossing,
So, I mean, we might.
and they decide to enforce the law. Like, I don't care what the law is, just tell me so I can follow it. Well, I meant to chat with you about that, and I forgot.
That's not a problem.
The guy at the airport. Like when I went through it, he says, "You're the guy with
So-
15 visas who works in healthcare." I said, "Yeah, that's me."
Do you need to open an account? I didn't know the legality is
You actually go through U.S. Customs and Border.
But can I just cash, how can I just cash a check?
So when you get off the plane in Minneapolis, it's like getting off on a domestic flight. It's really cool.
You gotta
Oh,
check,
okay.
there are some checks. So. Okay, yeah, you just want to look at that.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just, not an account that I'm gonna close it here.
We're supposed to go to the next 2 weeks when I says
Okay.
8, 9 Celsius.
Early.
The next 2 weeks, it's all gone.
Friday, when they were shutting down, like, the water
It's
was-
horrible.
Because they couldn't get the ground.
Water all over.
You should
And I had trouble.
walking all this time.
So no fishing stories.
Yeah.
This
Okay, so
time.
I'm gonna make a connection in there, and then just
Probably September,
And then
take
just probably
a couple
pull it
weeks off and
off.
sign for fishing.
do memorial or.
Well, the ice fishing's been, everybody I know that's done ice fishing has done really, really well.
Cookies.
Take very many Thursdays walleye.
I think, you know, I think Auburnsville was probably Peter, but there's something that's alive.
Nice that time.
Some of that, that might be over.
Or it's a big, I see some big northern, you can see pictures when you went, how do you get that hot through the hole?
You're getting them for me.
We caught a lot of northern when I was in Alaska. I couldn't believe how strong they are.
I'm gonna be off.
Lot of fun.
Thursday, like,
Lots of egos, but
Thursday.
it's all bad.
Yeah, we kept a lot of gray.
Why don't you,
I've never caught it.
why don't you put it?
Wasn't, I just for some,
Yeah,
you gotta go to the north.
they're fun.
Yeah. They're beautiful.
Big old dorsal fin, kind of looks like a real nigger shark.
They're beautiful color. Maybe one day.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Fishing with kids and whatnot. It's kind of shoulder to shoulder on.
Not very many. At least believe it or not, maybe the summertime is going on. But I did make some fish my life. 43.5 inch sturgeon. And 34-inch channel cat. Light sliding with number 8. Broke 3 graphite rods last week. Quite a big fish.
I like this fish with ultra lights.
Yeah. My brother-in-law says, well, you should be using ugly stickers that I broke for
That's a weird feeling when you're reeling it in there.
Snap. Yeah, we use the same.
If you're not used to sitting and you want to stand up, I'm not offended by that. Just don't walk out of the room. But if you need to stand up and stretch or whatever, if you're sitting too long, yeah, just be comfortable. Be comfortable.
I figured it would be that big of a deal because some days work, but they don't move around that much. I would like to say.
Stuff happens. I get that. It's a big place. But not a lot of people. Less than California. 35 states. It's about a tenth of the size of the U.S. population. What is it, 80 or 85% of Canadians live within 60 miles of the U.S. border? That's when we hear this border stuff, we get a little nervous because, you know, it's the longest undefended border in the world and we want to keep it that. It is. Yeah. Where's my wife? It's 2.5 hours from Target.
I'm going late up.
Yeah, Target Canada only lasts for 15 months.
Well, I
Target? No, the stores weren't stocked properly. Prices were higher than the US. Supply problems. I figured, why should I pay that here when I drive to Grand Forks, Dakota, and buy it there? They totally miscounted it. They opened up 153 stores and they closed them in 80. Yeah, like I don't know why the reason for the higher prices was big tariffs. Just depending on country of origin, you know, I mean, it's different for different countries. So like I know when we go home, they want to know, okay, so you bought clothes, where were they manufactured?